Salmon and aquaculture have been a key industry in Norway since the 1970s. The first farm-raised salmon in Norway was slaughtered as early as 1971, and today, more than half of the world's farmed salmon is produced in Norway. Each year, the Norwegian salmon industry produces around 5 billion portions of salmon, which are enjoyed all over the world. The cold, clear waters in Norway provide optimal conditions for salmon production, and many years' experience give us the expertise to produce the best salmon. But how exactly do we do it? Broodfish and egg production. Just like in nature, farmed Norwegian salmon begin their lives in fresh water, in a broodstock centre on land. Here we use sexually mature fish known as broodfish to breed new generations of salmon. Using advanced technology and analyses, broodfish are carefully selected to ensure excellent quality right from the egg stage. Eggs are fertilized with semen from male fish, and after about a month and a half under controlled light and temperature conditions, the fertilized eggs are moved to a hatchery to hatch and grow. Fry. There are two main types of hatchery: flow-through hatcheries, which are continuously supplied with new fresh water, and RAS hatcheries, in which water is recirculated. Here, the eggs hatch. The salmon emerge with a little sac on their bellies that provides food for 4 to 6 weeks. During this stage, the salmon is known as a yolk sac fry. When the yolk sac is used up, the salmon is moved to a larger freshwater tank where it begins to eat feed. The salmon eats feed in the form of pellets made from marine and plant-based ingredients. The composition of the feed will change as the salmon grows to adapt to its changing nutritional needs. Pa. As the salmon fry grow, they develop distinctive finger marks on their sides and become pars. They are now moved to an even bigger freshwater tank. Smolt. After 10 to 16 months in fresh water, the salmon must prepare for a life in salt water. This transformation is called smoltification. The process can be controlled via light and temperature regulation. When the salmon is ready to move from fresh to salt water, it is known as a smolt and looks more like the salmon fish as we recognize it. Before the salmon is moved out to sea, it is vaccinated against many diseases. The development of effective vaccines has almost eliminated the need for antibiotics in Norwegian salmon farming. Mature fish. The salmon are transported to sea cages by wellboats, which are specially designed to transport live fish. The salmon will continue to grow out here over the next 14 to 22 months. The cages are comprised of at least 97.5% water and a maximum of 2.5% fish, so the salmon have plenty of space. This stage is more unpredictable. Challenges can occur, such as salmon lice, which are tiny crustaceans that feed on the mucus, skin and blood of salmon. All fish farms are legally obligated to report the number of lice to the authorities each week. Work is ongoing to develop new methods to prevent lice outbreaks. For example, AI has made it possible to develop lice lasers, which have proven to work well. Farmed salmon utilize their feed much better than most other animal protein sources, both because they are cold-blooded and due to their swim bladder. They use little energy to keep warm and stay afloat, and so it takes only 1.2 kilograms of feed to produce 1 kilogram of salmon. Feed is usually transported out in feed barges and then into the cages via hoses, and distributed evenly via feed spreaders. Feeding is typically controlled and optimized from an onshore operations center. Using underwater cameras, the operations center monitors salmon behavior, looks out for holes in the nets, and checks the oxygen level and temperature of the water. These operations centers are also important for the safety of those working at the facility. Between each production cycle, the farms must be allowed to lie fallow or unused for 2 months. This ensures a good environment and water quality. Regular samples are taken from the seabed to ensure good conditions. Technology and innovation are important to ensure the industry's sustainable development. New production methods are being developed, such as closed and semi-closed facilities, cages further out at sea and onshore farms. The electrification of wellboats and feed barges helps to considerably reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Circularity and the optimal use of materials are also important focus areas for the industry. Good levels of collaboration between salmon farms, suppliers, research institutions and the authorities mean that Norwegian salmon farming is today considered to be one of the greenest forms of animal protein production. Slaughter and processing. 2 to 3 years after hatching, the salmon weighs between 4 and 6 kilos and is ready for slaughter. The salmon is transported live via wellboat to the slaughterhouse, where it is stunned and killed. The fish are then gutted, sorted and packed in crates with ice, or sent on for further processing. Norwegian salmon is healthy, tasty and versatile. Compared with other sources of animal protein, it is also a climate-friendly choice. It is perhaps no surprise that it is many people's favorite fish.